Alright, this is the Unexpected number 4. It is part of the New Age of Heroes, or as I like to call it, the New Age of Zeros. I bet nobody has ever thought to say that before. I am dead clever, me. This book, it was like the last of the 8 books to come out, and it was pretty much dead on arrival. It didn't stand a chance. This one, it is written by Orlando, Florida. The same writer who wrote that awful Rayman comic I reviewed the other day. But it turns out that this one is basically just a Stephen Hawkman story. The main villain is Omnibus Singh, who comes from that Return of Stephen Hawkman story. And then Stephen Hawkman himself, he becomes part of the cast at the end of this issue. The premise of this book is that there is this bald woman who, based on this writer, I am willing to bet everything I own that she is a lesbian. And she has got some rage powers and she is angry, but her and this bloke with an emo fringe, they're trying to stop the evil ninth metals from doing a big explosion, and they are in Gotham. So Mockingbird, Chelsea Kane, shows up in her ugly cosplay costume and they are having a fight. And this book, it could have really done with a recap page at the start to tell us about the story, to fill us in on these new characters like the bald woman or the emo bloke. But for some reason, the only comics that have recap pages anymore are stuff like Spider-Man or Captain America, where people all already know who the characters are. And then Black Robin shows up and he is in his ugly cosplay costume too. And now it's a team up because they've got to stop the evil ninth metals from doing a big explosion and destroying Gotham. And the emo bloke, he has got like water powers and that is fun, but I have read a full issue and I have no clue what his name is. This book, it seems to be one of the few New Age of Heroes books that actually does spin out of Metal Dark Knight. If you look, they all said Metal Dark Knight at the top of the cover, but none of them really had that much to do with that story. But this one is all about the ninth metals and resolving stuff with the magical metals. And half these characters are probably gay anyway. With this writer writing, they've got to be gay. I'm pretty sure it goes bi, gay, bi, gay. And even the Batcave is having an identity crisis, because now it's underwater and it is called the Bat Cove. And Batman isn't even there. One thing I thought was interesting is a design. They always draw the emo bloke. They have got his fringe, or bangs as the Yankee Doodles say. They always have the front of his hair covering his eyes. Always. Like there's not a single panel in the issue where his eyes are not obscured. It's definitely an interesting design in a book that is full of ugly cosplay designs. And then Omnibus Singh shows up because he wants the evil ninth metals for himself. And they fight him, but the ninth metal is going to do an explode and kill them all. But luckily, they have got some Snickers, and that helps out because they were hungry. So it's okay. They managed to fight Omnibus off. And then Mockingbird, Chelsea Kane, she tells the bald lady and the emo to go and find Stephen Hawkman. Because Stephen Hawkman, he knows more about the ninth metals than anyone else. So we have got this good sequence here introducing Stephen Hawkman, and then Stephen Hawkman, he looks great, and this one doesn't retcon the character into having perpetrated planetary genocide, so that is good. The art of this comic is hard to judge because a lot of the designs are bad, but here we've got this panel of Stephen Hawkman and you get the sense that the art is a lot better than the designs this artist has been stuck drawing. This is a really good image of Stephen Hawkman. This is good. I could do with a bit more meat on the bones of the original characters. I didn't have much to go on with them, not much personality. The probable lesbian, she's only really angry. And the other guy, he has got hair. And even the guest stars aren't given much to do. I love the Mockingbird character, but she is mostly just a cow in this. And she is in this horrible, ugly cosplay costume. But this issue, it was good at the end with Stephen Hawkman showing up, and I didn't hear anything in it, and I've got the other issue, so I'll read them. And since this is a Stephen Hawkman story, I'm going to rate it using my Stephen Hawkman rule, where I compare it against the current ongoing series. And this book is better than that because that book is terrible. I rate this book 7 thumbs up.